This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, I just want to share with you a brief Dvar Halacha regarding how to make Havdala on Matzai Shabbos, Matzai Yom Kippur. This year Yom Kippur falls out on Shabbos. So what is the correct way to make Havdala? So now, interesting thing, every Matzai Shabbos we make Havdala on a fire, and that fire could be a fire that has created Matzai Shabbos. And the reason why we make a Havdala on fire on Matzai Shabbos is because there's a concept that after the first Shabbos of creation, so Adam HaRishon took two stones and he rubbed them together and he produced fire. So every Matzai Shabbos, in commemoration of that, we make Havdala on Eish, but it could be an Eish that has been created now in memory of the Eish that Adam HaRishon created on that first Matzai Shabbos. However, on Yom Kippur, the reason why we make Havdala from fire is for a totally different reason. It has nothing to do with the fact that Adam HaRishon produced a fire on Matzai Shabbos, because not Matzai Shabbos, it's Matzai Yom Kippur. Now, on a typical Yom Tif, we don't make Havdala on fire, because we've been using fire the whole Yom Tif. We're allowed to cook. You're allowed to use fire on Yom Tif. But the reason why we make Havdala on fire Matzai Yom Kippur is because to demonstrate that Yom Kippur is different than Yom Tif. On Yom Tif, you're allowed to use fire. On Yom Kippur, you're not allowed to use fire. So to show the chashivas of Yom Kippur over other Yom Tovim, we make Havdala on fire, on Matzai Yom Kippur. However, it has to be a fire that was burning over Yom Kippur, and the point being, comes Matzai Yom Kippur, we say that this was a fire we could have used on Yom Tif, but not on Yom Kippur, and now we're mavdil through that fire. So on a typical Matzai Yom Kippur, in order to make Havdala, you need a ner shashavas. However, this year, the Yom Kippur comes out on Shabbos, so it would not be required to use a ner shashavas. Why? Because you're making Havdala on fire because it's Matzai Shabbos. And since it's Matzai Shabbos, for Matzai Shabbos you don't need a ner shashavas. And therefore the Mishnah Berurah in Siman Tafresh Chavdaled Sivkatan Zayin says that we only need a ner shashavas for Havdala Matzai Yom Kippur if it falls out on a weekday. But when it falls out on Shabbos, mutter midina levarach Matzai Shabbos al orzeh. However, the Mishnah Berurah says the minhag ha'olam is to be machmer. The minhag ha'olam is to use a ner shashavas. However, just bear in mind it's a chumrah. So if you don't have one, it's okay. Therefore, the Mishnah Berurah says a kula, that if you don't have an ner shashavas, if you produce a fire and then light a candle from it, you definitely can be megal. Meaning, says the Mishnah Berurah, a candle that was burnt from that candle, you certainly could be megal. Sharatzion explains that in Hilchos Yom Kippurim, in Siman Tafresh Chavdaled Sivkatan Daled, the Mechaber says you make a bracha on a fire, and ve'in mevarchem b'matzai Yom Kippurim ala or she'etziu atam min avanim, you do not make a bracha from a fire that's produced now. However, the Mechaber adds, v'yesha imrim shemevarchen alav me amud rishon ve'elach. Some say you make a bracha on it from the first amud and on. What does that mean? Says the Mishnah Berurah, Hainu shedliku ner echad me oiser shal heves, that you lit one candle from that fire. And there is an opinion that that's also called ner shashavas, and it's not created from new because you lit it from it. So even though on a typical Yom Kippur we're not soymich on that opinion to light a candle from something that was created, but on Matzai Shabbos it is permitted to light one candle from a fire that is created on Matzai Yom Kippur when Yom Kippur comes out on Shabbos, because having a ner shashavas is only a chumrah, and therefore if you don't have one, you certainly you could even use a candle that was created, and even better, light a candle from that, and that would be good. L'chol hadeya. So wish everyone a gemar chasima tova and a good year.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.